Hey guys, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys. Well, we're back with some Real Housewives of Orange County drama because Tamra Judge is clapping back after Heather Dubrow recently came out on her podcast, Heather Dubrow's World, claiming that Tamra's only talking about her in order to stay relevant, which is interesting because fans are still, to this very day, calling for a return from Tamra back onto the show. So we have all the details and more. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys. So I love the shadiness coming from Reality Blurb. They started off with It's a War of the Housewives podcasts. Real Housewives of Orange County stars Heather Dubrow and Tamra Judge continue to come for each other's place in the Bravo universe. And this time, Tamra seemingly hit Heather with some fighting words via Twitter after Heather stated that Tamra shouldn't be allowed back on the Real Housewives of Orange County. The tension between the two stars, it's been heating up. And this has been for quite some time now, but Heather took it up a notch further when she went on her podcast, Heather Dubrow's World, and said that Tamra was trying to stay relevant and build her brand by launching her and former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Teddi Mellencamp's podcast, Two Teas in a Pod. Heather stated on her podcast, at this point, how would you have someone back who just talks about the show all of the time? Once you become someone who talks about the shows, especially a show that you were on, how can you then go back and be on that show? It just doesn't work. I mean, this is my only kind of tidbit when it comes to this, because this is what I disagree with. Noella Bergener was a total fan of the show. She admitted to being a fan. She said that she watched all 15 seasons before she was on season 16. She said Heather Dubrow was her hero and that Heather Dubrow was a big disappointment. She also filmed scenes with the rest of the women and allegedly was telling the women, no, ladies, and stopping the cameras and saying, you guys have to act like this, or we have to bring this up because trust me, I know what the fans want. So if you're going to bring on a super fan, I think we can bring back Tamra Judge. And if Tamra Judge comes back to the show, it's not like she would be commentating on the show anymore. She would just simply come back to the show. And to be fair, when the other housewives are, having an episode premiere that they're on that night, when they go on Twitter and they're talking about things, they're literally commentating on the show too. And they're dissecting that scene and they say whatever they want to say. And that's their job to do that. So I don't find it to be really much different what Tamra's doing with Teddi on a podcast. And if Bravo wanted her to stop talking about OC because they were bringing her back to OC, I'm sure Tamra would have no problem doing that. Let's keep going. A fan accused Heather of being hypocritical as Heather also talks about the show on her own podcast. The fan who noted that point posed the question to Tamra Judge on Twitter. The fan questioned, your thoughts on Heather saying on her podcast that now that you are on Two Teas in a Pod, recapping Real Housewives of Orange County, that there is no coming back to the show. Do you find this hypocritical as, she on her own podcast also reviews the show? At first, Tamra took the high road by stating she would respond to Heather's comments on her podcast later this week. But then she said, everyone else we shall call a blogger, in response to a tweet stating, apparently only Heather can have a fucking podcast. But about 30 minutes later, Tamra, who we also know as Tammy Sue, well, she clapped back really quick, posting a clip on Twitter from her earlier Real Housewives of Orange County confessional days, and it was seemingly aimed at Heather. In the clip, Tamra can be saying, and bitch is fighting with the wrong person. Tamra saying, I'm not the one, girl. I'm not the one. As viewers will remember, the two once had a close friendship, but they have since drifted apart after sharing negative comments about one another through social media and in interviews. However, Heather even says that she recently reached out to Tamra after hearing the remarks on Heather's choice of reunion dress. There's just been a couple of things that I've heard that I've gone, why say that? Why do that? And she explained that she felt hurt by her former friend's choice to put that on her podcast. Heather's like, if we're supposed to be friends, why are you commentating on my dress, saying that you don't like it? I mean, that's not the end of the world, Heather Dubrow. It's really not. Like, there have been a few housewives. Gina, she said at one point on Real Housewives of Orange County. You guys could go back and rip my entire wardrobe apart for season 1. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's not that big of a deal. If somebody comments on have you watched Potomac? Do you see how much shit the ladies give each other about what they wear? Beverly Hills, Sutton gets crap all the time about what she wears. Salt Lake City, we've seen that with the reunion dresses. Dallas, New York, Miami, Atlanta. Shall I go on? I don't think it's that big of a deal. Let's keep going. Many fans are calling for Tamra Judge's return to the Real Housewives of Orange County franchise ahead of season 17. And I'm sure they want to see a possible clash between Tamra and Heather, but also Tamra and Shannon. We want to know. Fans took to Reddit to express their interest and intrigue. Can production understand that bringing Tamra back, to make amends with Shannon and take on Heather is the only way to save the show? Season 16 was brutal. Let's have a great season 17. Bring back Tamra. Bring back Tamra. Another one chimed in saying Tamra would end Heather. And a third commented, drag her, Tammy. Okay. People are so shady with these comments. Guys, I want to pick your brain on this a little bit, because at first I thought bringing Tamra Judge back, it would be great to see her go up against Shannon, because we know that there's been a long time rift ever since Tamra lost her position on the show. She was demoted and then she didn't take the demotion. And she said, you know what? F that, I quit. After that, Shannon severed ties in their relationship. Allegedly, that's Tamra's side of the story. And from there, they've gone after each other back and forth multiple times in interviews and on social media. We've seen it. We've heard about it. It's been going on for a while at this point. So I thought if we brought her back, she would be able to go in on Shannon and we would get to see that conflict for sure and resolution. But now in recent interviews and on her podcast, she's expressed that she wants a friendship with Shannon and that she wants to get back to a place where they can be good. She feels like she misses that friendship. And I'm curious if she'll be able to make amends with her if they did bring her back. And then now Shannon has a stronger ally, not just like Noella Bergner, but somebody who really knows how this machine works, not like a super fan of the show, but someone who really knows and someone who's not afraid to say what they're thinking. Tamra Judge might be that girl. And if she's willing to come in and side with Shannon Bedore, this could actually be really good. Because just like Real Housewives of New Jersey, where nobody wants to go up against Teresa, it seems like Orange County, aside from Noella Bergner, nobody really wants to go up against Heather Dubrow. They're all scared. And they all like the lavish lifestyle that comes with Heather Dubrow. But guys, I don't want to just give you my opinion. I want to know what your thoughts are. So go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and join us at 3 p.m. for Hot Messy Topics. And also check out our recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills at 12 p.m. Eastern. I love you guys. Happy Thursday. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.